This is Guitar Made Easy by Kizito. I hope you guys are good. If this is your first time on my channel, please smash the subscribe button and smash the post notifications bell. Alright, without further ado, welcome back to Guitar Beginner Course Grade 2. Alright, so I know the last video I uploaded, I spoke about songs that you should, use to practice your chord changes and your strumming patterns and everything like that. So today I'll be speaking about what steps you should use, like the best way to practice in general, like the best way to practice your guitar in general. Alright, so this is not going to be a long video, this is like a short advice type of video. Okay, so let's get straight to it. So what I used to do when I first started playing guitar, right, what I used to do, I used to spend a lot of time playing chords and playing songs, which was good, but one thing I didn't know was I also needed to spend time practicing my scales, you see. So that's where the problem came. And for a while I didn't really know how to play my scales. I didn't even know any scale at all. I knew my major scale, but I didn't know how to play it. I couldn't play it fast. I didn't have the speed. I didn't have that muscle memory to know where my notes are, right? But there was a practicing routine that I used that actually worked for me, so I hope it also works for you. So what I did was I would practice guitar for 1 hour every day. Alright, you can do 2 hours. Sometimes I did 2 hours, 1 hour in the morning before I leave the house, and then 1 hour before I go to bed. Alright, so how I divided the time was I would spend 30 minutes playing songs, like literally, playing any song that you know, whether you're strumming or you're finger picking, right? Spend 30 minutes a day playing songs. So it doesn't really matter what song. You can just wake up to any song today and be like, okay, now today I feel like playing AC/DC Back in Black. Practice AC/DC Back in Black. Right? Just try not to practice that song alone every day, right? Because you also need to improve in other chords and other skills. Alright, so spend 30 minutes practicing your chords and your songs and your strumming pattern. That is one. And then the other 30 minutes, so you spend it practicing your scales, right? So there's a lot that has to do with the scales. It's not just playing your pentatonic scale or your major scale. Like, you also need to think of your chromatic scale, which is one of the easiest, of course, but I would say start with your chromatic scale first. Why? Because when you play your chromatic scale, it helps you position your fingers in the right place and helps you build speed, So, because when you play in your scale, there's a lot that happens, right? It's not just your fingers moving, it's your fingers moving and pressing the right notes, right? And also you using your pick on the side and not having to look here and look here all the time. So the more you work on your chromatic scale, right, it's going to help you build that confidence when it comes to soloing. So when you run your pentatonic scale, you wouldn't even have to look here or here, right? So that's the second advice. First, 30 minutes playing songs, strumming patterns, and finger picking patterns. And then 30 minutes work on your scales, right? And your picking and everything, right? So now for your chromatic scale, so this is an exercise that would help you with your, playing your scales and stuff like that. So what I would suggest is you run your chromatic scale, meaning you play, so each finger has a fret, you play this until you're done, and then you come back up again, and then you move to the next fret. You repeat the same thing until, remember, you start slowly first, right? And then until you get wherever you want to get, you go back again, and you, as time goes, you slowly increase the speed. That way it gets your fingers moving and gets them flexible. So whether you're playing chords or scales or soloing, your fingers won't be new to it, because now it's kind of used to that movement and all that, elasticity authenticity happening. But yeah, so that's the advice I have for you guys. It worked for me, and I still do it, and it still works. So I hope you guys can take it and implement it in your lives also and become a better guitarist than you are right now. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful. If it was, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.